a sudden, I found myself in love with the world. So there was only one thing that I could do, was ding-a-ding-dang, my dang-along-ling-long.
So I had an article on Entrepreneur.
Oh, let's get some.
Congratulations.
Entrepreneur.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
blah, 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 blah,
awesome.
blah. It was in Entrepreneur magazine last week.
What was
And
it about?
It was called The Swindle of the Century, and it was about Bitcoin.
The
it was about-
swindle.
The Swindle of the Century, and it was about Bitcoin
Fitting
and
title.
cipher technologies and all this kind of stuff. So basically, the article is about, it being the Swindle of the Century. And people were, the hate mail that I got was unbelievable. I loved it.
Really?
Hate mail from people?
Oh yeah, sure. You got to think about why.
Yeah, why?
Well, because I'm messing with people's money.
Well, you didn't create the investment climate, did you?
It doesn't make. I was ripping it apart, basically saying you're ripping everybody off. Cut it out. I mean, if you could have just summarized it, it would have been you're ripping off everyday people. Right.
Who's ripping off
Let's call them armchair investors.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You're creating initial coin offerings, right, and ripping people off. Bitcoin and everybody else. It's not being used for its original purposes. It's driving me crazy, and it makes me angry that they're ripping people off this way.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
Well, of sorts. So
Yeah.
So I got a lot of hate mail about it, which is great. So to all those who sent hate mail, just screw yourself.
If you're taking flack, you're over the target.
Yeah, no. So somebody wrote an alternate version. And I'm not even going to give the guy credit. Right, all he did was promote my articles more and more.
Oh, was that so good?
I'm actually going to respond to it potentially because he's inaccurate in so many different ways. It's unbelievable.
Oh,
But I wanted to read this to you. This is somebody that sent me something on LinkedIn that obviously didn't read my article. and this is the epitome of what I can't stand. This was sent to me today, actually, and it's spam. So it wasn't sent to me specifically. It goes out to thousands of people, I'm sure. And it says, hello, we've helped ICOs, initial coin offerings, raise more than $84 million to our clients, and we're open to new projects, ! We have extensive experience with Bitcoin Talk Pump. We got to listen to the words here. Bitcoin Talk Pump.
What does that even mean?
It means you're an idiot.
talk pump.
Publication and media. China ex-Korea PR, public relations, Reddit promotion, airdrops, Telegram Real Crypto members, placement of listings and ratings, and so on and so forth. Fill on the Google form, and we'll consider your application and contact you ASAP. And there's a link to it. The point being is that let's go back to the beginning. We've helped ICOs raise more than $84 million for our clients. Now, let's say that's an inflation, and it's half of that. $42 million in ICO money. That's not Bitcoin. So essentially what they're claiming is that they've created $84 million in investment from armchair investors primarily to buy into ICOs. And look at what they're selling. They're not selling cryptography. They're not selling security solutions. They're not selling blockchain solutions. They're not selling quantum with a U solutions. All right, they're not selling cipher technologies. They're not trying to better anything. They're trying to grab onto ICOs. This is all about marketing. I said weeks ago, I think on the podcast potentially, that the ICOs, the best will win. It's just a marketing ploy, right? Whoever markets the highest and creates the highest valuation, right, essentially has the highest coin value, and then everybody gets ripped off, right? Because the underlying technology doesn't actually exist.
Dear God.
This is a perfect example of the nonsense going on out there. And, you know, the responses to my article were, you know, partly hateful, partly inaccurate, or both. And then a little bit of, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about, which is ridiculous. These are the type of people you got to watch out for. To anybody here in the audience, stop. Whatever you do, this is just my humble opinion. Unless you understand security and cryptography, right? Don't go investing in any initial coin offerings because you're going to lose all your money.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple.
Yep.
And the only ones making money off it are the exchanges and
Whoever got in early.
These people who, well, I mean, there is no getting in early anymore. It's all gone.
No, you can't even get early into the stock market as it is, right?
That day is gone and past. I think it was the creator of Ethereum put out an article, and they're for all intents and purposes the number 2 coin behind Bitcoin that's purchased. He even said, he wrote in his own article saying, the game's over. If you didn't already invest, you missed your chance.
Mm-hmm. And now it's just a bunch of swindlers.
Yeah, right. Which is why it's called the swindle of the century. Now, somebody compared it to Bernie Madoff. I'm not disagreeing, but Bernie Madoff is a complete fucking asshole that ripped a lot of people off, right? But not nearly as much as these people are ripping people off.
You think the Bitcoin is worse than Bernie Madoff?
Oh, if look at the statistics.
Because I can't think of anybody worse than Bernie Madoff.
I'm talking about the aggregate of money that has been put into Bitcoin and ICOs and exchanges is exponentially more than Bernie Madoff ever took from anybody.
I had no idea, because I know he took like
but as
trillions.
As a single individual.
Right.
As a single individual.
Show a graph of that.
I'll put it up on LinkedIn, and then you can also look at the charts of how much Bitcoin and all those have tanked in the last year.
Oh yeah, they've been horrible.
Right.
There was a bunch of media, a bunch of stuff, and it's like, oh, this is going to be the thing of the century, and then.
Well, I also have a chart that shows how it's worse than the .com bust.
Yes, I did see that one. That was in the article, wasn't it?
I connected, I think, to the article.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Anyway, it's not too much of a self-promotion, other than to say, I just for the audience purposes, I take no gain in any of this.
No,
I have no ICO. I have no blockchain solution.
Rich as bit.
I don't have rich
Bitcoins, rich bits.
I didn't invest at the high. You know, one of the comments to me was the author. They don't know me, of course. Must have invested at high and lost a ton of money. That's also untrue.
No. No, you knew enough not to do it in the first place.
People are just getting ripped off, and it pisses me off. You know? It's just another way to take people's money, honest people's money. At the bottom of it, I did say blockchain has the ability, from a security perspective, to potentially change the security outline of the security industry.
Mm-hmm.
But just like what was that first article that I wrote about this? I said, forget about the currency and focus on the cryptography.
The technology behind it.
The technology behind it. And I wrote that back in January. And I'm going to keep coming after these people, just so they know. I live in Michigan, by the way. I'm not afraid of you. So bring it on. You know.
So where do we read your article?
I don't know where that one is. That one's an Entrepreneur magazine.
Yeah.
You need to link it on the Richard Van Staten.
Well, the Richard Van Staten website is, I don't know if it's there or not yet. But
I think you can hook it up. You should be able to.
No. It could be put there. I just don't know if it's there yet or not.
I don't think it is, but I think they're
if you were to
to
Google entrepreneur swindle of the century,
there you go.
You'd find it pretty quick. Or entrepreneur, and put my name in there. You'd find it pretty quick. I think there's a Forbes article out there too.
Yep.
That was published this week on Forbes magazine. I'm not going to get into that one.
All right.
There's Technology of 2020. Check that out. I run technology companies, but these are more futuristic looking nanotechnologies and whatnot. So that's in Forbes magazine, and the other one's Entrepreneur. Enjoy.
Or not.
Or not.
Right.
Or get really bored and be like, I don't want to read this stuff anymore.
Whenever I send like my friends, so we've done like some updated content, I'm always like, enjoy or not.
Yeah,
Whatever.
You may not enjoy it.
I'm going to copyright that one. I
Let's just
think that one.
I'm just
To
going
be
to keep
Enjoy
posting
or
stuff
not.
about me,
Or not.
about pouring a beer in Ireland. People seem to like that a lot.
Works better.
All right, everybody. It's a good week. Thanks to the audience, everybody.
be
Kirk,
grateful.
let's be be
Be
grateful.
grateful.
Work-life balance. If you employ that type of methodology, enjoy your life. You're only here for so long. Period.
Damn straight.
We're all dead soon. Enjoy it. Well, I don't mean that nefariously. My God, you really got me stuck on that word, by the way.
Nefariously?
Yeah,
I don't know. It just crept into my vocabulary.
I need to get out of there. And by the way, I'll be seeing Jordan Peterson next week. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
All right.
Gotta go.
You guys
Bye.
are done.
Bye.